Have you ever laid in bed, staring at the ceiling, feeling like your mind just won't settle down, even though your body is crying out for rest? Maybe you've noticed that as the years pass, a good night's sleep doesn't come as easily as it once did. You might wake up in the middle of the night, look at the clock, and wonder if you'll ever drift off again before morning comes. If that sounds familiar, you're certainly not alone. Sleep can feel like a precious gift that slips further out of reach as we grow older. But what if I told you that some of the answers might already be sitting right in your kitchen? Today, I want to share something that could truly transform how you feel every night when you turn out the light. We're going to talk about 6 simple, nourishing foods that can help you sleep like never before. These aren't exotic or hard-to-find items. In fact, you might already have a few of them in your pantry or fridge. The best part is, you don't need to overhaul your entire diet or make big, stressful changes. Just a few mindful additions to your meals could be the missing piece you've been looking for. So, whether you've been tossing and turning for weeks or you simply want to wake up feeling refreshed and energized again, I'm here to walk you through exactly how you can use food as a gentle remedy. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear idea of what to eat, how to prepare these foods, and when to enjoy them to help your body and mind unwind naturally. Let's start with one of the most comforting, familiar foods that has been shown to soothe the nervous system and invite deeper sleep. Think about the last time you sipped on a warm glass of milk before bed. Maybe it brings back memories of childhood when that small ritual felt like a hug in a cup. As it turns out, there's real science behind why milk can help you settle down for the night. Milk contains tryptophan, an amino acid that your body uses to produce serotonin and melatonin, 2 important chemicals that regulate sleep. When serotonin levels rise, you feel calm and content. As melatonin increases, your body gets the message that it's time to rest. If you want to give this classic remedy a try, you don't have to just drink plain milk. You can warm it gently on the stove and sprinkle in a little cinnamon, which not only adds a pleasant flavor, but can also help regulate your blood sugar, so you don't wake up feeling jittery in the middle of the night. Some people even stir in a tiny bit of honey. Just half a teaspoon is enough to create a slightly sweet, soothing drink that signals to your brain it's safe to relax. Imagine settling into your favorite chair in the evening, wrapping your hands around a warm mug and letting your thoughts slow down as you sip. Now, you might be wondering if there's something to pair with that comforting cup of milk to make it even more effective. That brings me to the second food I want to share with you: bananas. You might think of bananas as just a quick snack or something you slice into your morning oatmeal, but they're actually a little powerhouse when it comes to sleep support. Bananas are rich in magnesium and potassium, 2 minerals that help relax your muscles and ease tension throughout your body. If you often feel restless or find yourself shifting around trying to get comfortable, having a banana in the evening could help you feel more at ease. One of my favorite ways to enjoy bananas before bed is to slice one up and drizzle just a touch of natural almond butter over the top. The healthy fats in almond butter keep you satisfied through the night so you don't wake up feeling hungry at 3 a.m. Plus, almonds themselves contain magnesium, which pairs beautifully with the potassium in the banana. If you like, you can even mash the banana and stir it into a little warm milk for a creamy, comforting treat that almost feels like dessert. It's a simple combination, but it can make such a difference in how your body unwinds. Picture this. It's about an hour before bedtime. You prepare a small plate with half a banana and a spoonful of almond butter, and you let yourself sit quietly while you enjoy it. Maybe you light a candle or play a little soft music. That gentle moment can become a signal to your mind that it's time to let go of the day's worries. Of course, you might be thinking, that sounds nice, but I'm not much of a banana fan. That's perfectly okay. There are other foods that can offer the same calming benefits. And that brings us to another option you might not have considered before: cherries. Specifically, tart cherries have been studied for their natural content of melatonin. Unlike many fruits, cherries actually contain this sleep-supporting hormone in measurable amounts, which can help your body regulate its natural sleep-wake cycles. When you've ever noticed that your sleep gets thrown off when the seasons change or when you've had a few stressful weeks, adding tart cherries to your evening routine can be a gentle way to encourage more regular, restorative rest. You don't have to eat them plain if you'd rather have something a little different. Some people like to sip on a small glass of tart cherry juice about an hour before bed. Just be mindful of the portion. About 4 to 6 ounces is enough. Too much juice could upset your stomach or raise your blood sugar, which might have the opposite effect and keep you awake. I've spoken to so many people who tried this simple addition and were amazed at how much more easily they drifted off. It's often these small changes, like trading your usual evening snack for something that naturally supports relaxation, that create the biggest improvements over time. Imagine pouring yourself a little glass of cherry juice, sitting down with a good book, and knowing you're giving your body exactly what it needs to prepare for deep, uninterrupted sleep. These first foods, milk, bananas with almond butter, and tart cherries, are such approachable, comforting ways to begin supporting your sleep naturally. They don't require any complicated recipes or expensive supplements, just a little intention and consistency. Now that we've explored these nourishing options, let's ease into some other delicious foods that can help you feel rested and restored by morning. When you think about what helps you drift off to sleep, you might picture a cozy blanket, a dark room, or the gentle sound of rain outside your window. But sometimes what you put on your dinner plate can be just as important as the atmosphere you create in your bedroom. We've already looked at a few comforting foods like warm milk, bananas with almond butter, and tart cherries. Now, let's talk about another soothing choice that many people overlook: oats. You probably associate oats with breakfast, but they can actually be a wonderful addition to your evening routine. Oats are a natural source of melatonin and also provide complex carbohydrates, which help more tryptophan get into your brain. When tryptophan reaches your brain, it helps produce serotonin and melatonin, the same calming compounds we talked about earlier. This gentle rise in serotonin can help your mind slow down, making it easier to let go of all those thoughts that like to pop up the minute your head hits the pillow. If you'd like to give this a try, consider making a small bowl of warm oatmeal in the evening. You don't need a big serving, just enough to satisfy your hunger without feeling too full. You can sprinkle a little cinnamon or nutmeg on top to add flavor, and if you'd like a touch of sweetness, a teaspoon of honey or a few slices of ripe pear can make it feel like a cozy treat. Some people even like to stir in a few chopped walnuts. Walnuts not only add a pleasant crunch, but are also another natural source of melatonin. Imagine sitting at your kitchen table in the evening, stirring a warm bowl of oats while the world outside grows quiet. It's such a simple thing, but it can become a comforting ritual, something that tells your body it's time to wind down. Over time, this gentle habit can signal your brain that sleep is just around the corner. Now, let's turn to something a little more savory: salmon. If you enjoy fish, this is an excellent option to include in your evening meal. Salmon is rich in vitamin D and omega-3 fatty acids, both of which have been linked to better sleep quality. Omega-3s help reduce inflammation in the body and support healthy serotonin levels. When your serotonin is in balance, you're more likely to feel calm and emotionally steady, which makes it so much easier to fall asleep without your mind racing from one worry to the next. Vitamin D also plays a role in regulating your circadian rhythm, which is your internal clock that tells you when it's time to be awake and when it's time to rest. Many older adults don't get enough vitamin D, especially if you spend a lot of time indoors. By including salmon in your dinners once or twice a week, you can naturally boost these essential nutrients in a way that feels satisfying and nourishing. If you're not sure how to prepare it, you don't have to get fancy. A simple piece of baked salmon with a squeeze of fresh lemon and a side of steamed vegetables is enough. You can drizzle a little olive oil over the top to keep it moist, and sprinkle on your favorite herbs. Dill and parsley both pair beautifully with salmon and add a fresh, clean taste. When you sit down to eat, take your time to enjoy each bite. Slowing down at dinner can help you digest better and also signals to your nervous system that the day is winding down. You might be surprised at how much more rested you feel after a week or two of adding salmon to your evening meals. It's such a gentle, natural way to care for your body and mind. And if you don't eat fish, don't worry. There are plenty of other foods that can help you get similar benefits. One of my personal favorites is kiwi. This little green fruit doesn't always get the attention it deserves, but research has shown that eating kiwi before bed can help people fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. Kiwi is rich in antioxidants and serotonin, and it also contains folate and potassium, which support overall relaxation. If you've ever found yourself lying awake, feeling tense or restless, kiwi might just be the thing to help you unwind. The best part is that it's so easy to prepare. All you need to do is peel it and slice it into rounds. Some people like to chill it in the fridge for a little while so it's cool and refreshing. You can enjoy it on its own or pair it with a small serving of yogurt for a light, satisfying snack that won't weigh you down. Imagine ending your day with a few slices of juicy kiwi, sitting in your favorite chair, maybe with a soft blanket draped over your legs. You take a slow breath in, then out, and you feel your shoulders start to relax. It's often in these quiet moments, when you give yourself permission to slow down, that your body finally feels ready to rest. And sometimes that's all it takes. A simple change to your evening snack, a little more attention to how you nourish yourself, and a willingness to create a calm, gentle routine. These are not big, overwhelming changes, but small, manageable steps you can take every day. Now that we've explored how oats, salmon, and kiwi can each play a part in helping you sleep more deeply, you might already be thinking about which one you'd like to try first. You don't have to do everything at once. Even adding just one or two of these foods into your evening routine can make a noticeable difference in how rested you feel when you wake up.
As we continue exploring these comforting foods that can help you finally get the rest you deserve, I want you to picture something for a moment. Imagine yourself waking up in the morning, stretching your arms over your head, and feeling that rare, wonderful sensation of being truly refreshed. No grogginess, no heaviness behind your eyes, just clear-headed energy. That's the gift you're working toward every time you make one of these small changes in how you nourish yourself. Now, let's talk about one more food that doesn't always get the spotlight, but it can be a powerful ally for better sleep. Pumpkin seeds. These tiny seeds are packed with magnesium, which, as you've heard by now, is one of the most important minerals for helping your muscles and nervous system relax. Magnesium helps lower cortisol levels, the stress hormone that tends to spike at the worst possible times, like right when you're trying to fall asleep. What's wonderful about pumpkin seeds is how easy they are to work into your day. You don't have to cook or prepare anything complicated. Just a small handful, about an ounce, is enough to give your body a meaningful dose of magnesium. If you'd like to make it a little more special, try lightly toasting them in a dry pan for a couple of minutes until they start to smell warm and nutty. You can sprinkle a pinch of sea salt or even a dash of cinnamon if you prefer a hint of sweetness. Picture yourself settling down in the evening, maybe watching a little television or reading a chapter of your favorite book, and enjoying a small bowl of these crunchy seeds. You're not only satisfying that need for a little something to nibble, but you're also helping your body prepare for deep, restorative sleep. It's such a small habit, but over time, you might be surprised at how much calmer your nights become. You've now learned about milk, bananas with almond butter, tart cherries, oats, salmon, kiwi, and pumpkin seeds. All simple, delicious foods that can help you feel more peaceful and ready to rest. Even just picking one or two to start with is a wonderful step toward creating an evening routine that feels nourishing and calming. So often, people think that getting better sleep has to involve complicated routines, expensive supplements, or strict diets. But the truth is, it's the small, consistent changes that create the biggest difference. When you look back over the past few weeks or months, you might notice that you're waking up more often with a clear head, that your energy lasts longer throughout the day, and that you're able to greet the morning with a sense of ease instead of dread. I want to remind you that there is no perfect formula. Everyone's body is different, and what helps one person drift off peacefully might not work exactly the same way for someone else. That's why it's so important to approach this process with curiosity and kindness toward yourself. Think of it as an experiment, a gentle exploration of what helps your body feel safe, calm, and cared for. If you find yourself feeling unsure of where to begin, you can start small. Maybe tonight you pour yourself a little glass of tart cherry juice or prepare a few slices of kiwi to enjoy after dinner. Maybe tomorrow you pick up some pumpkin seeds at the store or plan a simple salmon dinner. Each small step you take is a sign that you're honoring your health and your need for rest. And along the way, remember to be patient. If you've been struggling with sleep for years, it may take time for your body to adjust and learn new rhythms. That's okay. Every evening is a new opportunity to practice caring for yourself with a little more compassion. It can also help to think about the other pieces of your bedtime routine that support these food choices. For example, you might find that dimming the lights an hour before you go to bed helps your brain start producing more melatonin naturally. Or maybe you enjoy putting on some soft instrumental music while you sip your warm milk or eat your banana with almond butter. These small details create a sense of safety and comfort that allows your nervous system to unwind. As you explore these foods and create new habits, I hope you'll notice not just better sleep, but also a deeper sense of calm in your days. When your nights are peaceful, your days feel more manageable. You have more patience, more energy, and more space in your heart to enjoy the little things, like a quiet morning cup of tea, a walk in the sunshine, or time spent with the people you love. Before we finish, I want to encourage you to take a moment and think about which of these foods feels easiest for you to try first. Which one sounds the most appealing or comforting? You don't need to change everything at once. Just one simple addition to your evening routine can be enough to start seeing small improvements. Over time, those small improvements add up to something truly life-changing. Remember, you deserve to feel rested. You deserve to have nights that are peaceful and mornings that feel hopeful again. And you deserve to know that taking care of yourself doesn't have to be complicated or overwhelming. It can be as simple as choosing a nourishing snack and allowing yourself the time and space to unwind. If you've enjoyed this video and you feel inspired to try any of these foods, I'd love to hear about your experience. Leave me a comment below and share which one you're most excited to try, or what your own favorite bedtime snack is. Your story might encourage someone else who's been struggling too. If you found this helpful, don't forget to click the like button. It helps more people find this information. And if you'd like more gentle tips about feeling your best at any age, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We have so many wonderful topics coming up that I know you'll love. Here's to you feeling rested, refreshed, and full of life. No matter your age, you deserve the gift of good sleep and the energy to enjoy each day to the fullest. Thank you for spending this time with me, and I'll see you again soon.